Please welcome our guests with a big round of applause.
Please,
Again, よろしくお願いします。
Lady
Please,
Camille,
please, please.
introduce. まだ大丈夫。座っててよしなさい。
Poses with these guys. Show them what you're all about.
まずは
まず、じゃあ、
自己紹介からお願いします。よろしくお願いします。
じゃあ、北川さんお願いします。自己
How
紹
we
介。
do?
皆さんこんにちは。My name is Tsutomu Kitagawa です。よろしくお願いします。
I look forward to talking with you today. My name is Tsutomu Kitagawa. よろしくお願いします。
で、どうぞ。
吉田瑞穂です、日本東京から来ました。よろしくお願いします。
My name is Mizuho Yoshida, and I came all the way from Tokyo. Nice to meet everyone.
また、写真を先に撮りたいので、
So they want to get some pictures beforehand. So this
Yeah.
is for you guys. I think we're doing a little
Let's do it.
Setch.
ポーズをやっていただいて。
もう早速から初めからポーズプリーズ。どうぞどうぞ。Oh my God.
まず、ミスター北川、何のポーズでしょう。なんか。This is a ゴジラポーズ。ゴジラポーズ。それから、なんか戦隊もので、次に。
And now one for Sentai.
戦隊。何をやりましょう。
Which one?
シシレンジャー。You know シシレンジャー。
Shishi Ninja. Would that be English the same? Shishi Ninja?
それから、なんかこう名乗りを。名乗り。いや、ノープログラム。
吉田さんはどうぞ。
いや、まだ名乗り。
オッケーオッケー。
名乗りを。はい。なんか一つ。それは何でしょう。
忍者ブラック。
忍者ブラック。忍者ブラック。かっこいい。
Fabulous.
もう一つなんか欲しいな。かっこいいやつ。
One more, please.
いや、なんかもう一回見たいな、私が見たいな。なんか、昨日やったこの名乗り。かっこいいやつ。何をやっていただけるか。私見たい、こうやって。名乗りを。何をやりましょう。まず。シシレンジャー。シシレンジャー。じゃあ吉田さんお願いします。
でもゴジラしかないですよ。
He said, I only have Godzilla. So that's what
うまい。
And then he said,
あ、そううまい。
Shirawa Sensei, you're good.
うまい。
うまいね。
あー、すごい。スタート。はい。
なんでよかった。
すごいうまい、吉田さん。
Bravo.
最高、ありがとうございます。
All right. So we had Tom up here yesterday. So I'm going to dig a little bit into Yoshida-san.
Hi.
Hi. I would like to know where Yoshida-san got to start with Sudacte. Where did he get into it? Did he have any programs or anything?
OK、昨日はね、北川さんも一緒に来ていただいたので、まずは、今日は吉田さんからいきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
で、この業界に入ったきっかけ、何ですか？
アルバイトでその戦隊のイベントがあるんで、キャラクターショー、はい、そこからスタートですね。
いくつぐらいの？18. So he got his start by working part-time for the character shows for Sentai at the age of 18. で、このアルバイトに入ったきっかけもあるんですか、もしかして。I asked if there was something that brought him into that part-time job as well.
高校の時の同級生が、ATF 部の同級生がこのアルバイトでやっぱりこうスーツを着てアルバイトやってて、で、まあ、背高いからね、背高いからどうぞ一緒に見るだけでも行かないかって言われて誘われて来ました。
And he said as far as how he first got into this world in the very beginning, actually a classmate of his in high school was already doing it as a part-time job. And he said, hey, you know what, you're tall, so at least come and see it. You might be interested and it might be great. So that's how he got his start into this world.
Awesome. How did you specifically get into playing vocal roles? Because I think it was one of the first ones was Desidora, I believe.
最初、やっぱり吉田さんがその東宝の、業界、その役名がそのキャラクター、東宝キャラクターに入ったのはそのデシャドレのキャラクターですよね。
そうですね、モスラの中のデスギドラっていう四足歩行でキングギドラみたいな首が
Yeah, so it was a character that had three as kind of like King Ghidorah, like that kind of character. で、それ入ったきっかけ、その東宝の世界に入ったきっかけは何ですか？
その前に、まあ、大英のガメラ2っていう作品で、レギオンっていう2人が入るスーツをやりました。
So first of all, before that, he got into the film Tsutomu, where he played the Legion, which would be Legion, I guess, for English, right? And it's a two-person character. So he first did that.
やっぱりその大きい怪獣に入るのはガマのレギオンが初めてだったので、確かに重かったし辛かったりもあるんですけど、まあこいつだったら東宝の重いとか辛い怪獣には文句言わずにやるんじゃないかっていうので多分選ばれたんじゃないかなと思います。
So even though like the character they played Legion was really hard, really heavy suit, so it was really difficult. But probably they saw him and they thought, oh, okay, he's doing it, and you know, and he can do a good job. So he would be a good person to add to our team. And so he said that's probably why they thought, oh, okay, let's bring him in and do some more stuff with him.
What was it like stepping into the role of Godzilla with several actors, including this guy, behind it already? Was there anything like going in? Or did you just want to do your own take on Godzilla?
So you mean like that would be character preparation and stuff like that? やっぱりゴジラの役、まあ愛されてる、世界に愛されてる、すごい尊敬されているそのゴジラの役決まった時にどういうところから入ってきたんですか？これは演技のこともありますし。多分例えばなんかその自分がもしファンだったらとか、なんかその辺の例えば自分はやっぱり他のパフォーマンス、他のゴジラを見ないで自分のパフォーマンスを作るとか、またはいろんな人のパフォーマンスを見てそれに影響されたのか、どういう感じなんですか、吉田さん。
で僕がゴジラに選ばれたのは敵の怪獣、はい、バラゴンっていう小さな怪獣がいるんですけど、バラゴンそれとのサイズの対比ですね。大きい小さい、ここにもうガブって噛みついたりとかするので、それでゴジラは大きくしないとっていうので、まあ監督もガザナの監督と同じ監督で、まあこういうさ勝ったんじゃないか。だからそのサイズの問題がなければ多分ずっと北方がやられてたんじゃないかなと思います。
So he said that when he was asked to do Godzilla, it was because the other character Varagon was very small, and so they wanted to show that contrast on film, and so they were looking for a bigger size actor. He said, if it had been for that, probably Kitagawa-san would have done it, but you know, he was asked to do that because of that. And also the and so Kaneko-san was also, who did Kameda, so he had worked with him before and had a history, so he brought him in for that.
I like it. I'll ask Tom kind of the same question, stepping into the role of Godzilla. Anything you can see in character or just doing your own fresh take on it. What was it like?
この質問も北川さんの方に聞きたいんですけれども、やっぱりゴジラ、また愛されているゴジラの役が決まった時にどういう用意したんですか？例えば他のパフォーマンスとか見て、私はこういう感じでいこうかなとか、または自分のもう本当に新鮮に他のパフォーマンス俳優さんのスタントマンのパフォーマンス見ないで自分らしいパフォーマンスでいこうっていうふうにどんな感じなんですか、北川さんは。その
私ですか。
はいすいません。
いやいや、自分の時はトライスターゴジラがありましたよね。
So when he was, so of course it was the American version, right, of Godzilla as well.
それの後だったので、結構あまり評判が良くなかったらしくて、日本が久しぶりにゴジラやるんだから新しいゴジラを、かっこいいゴジラをとかみんなに言われてプレッシャーをかけられています。
So he said that actually he felt a lot of pressure when he took over the role of Godzilla because at that time, of course, America had an American version of Godzilla that didn't go over very well. They thought that it wasn't that good. And so they're like, let's do a really let's do a really cool, a new take on Godzilla. Let's bring him back. So he said that he personally felt like a lot of pressure with that.
僕もそうですね、やるときに動物、クマとか、ゴリラとか、中島さんもそうやって動物園に見られたりとかいうのがあって、やっぱり動物もモチーフにして、あとは歩くときに足の裏を見せない方がいいっていうのはあるんですけど、その見せたらどうなるのかっていうのもテストでやってきて、やっぱり見せない方が、こういう歩き方しない方が良かったなっていうのは、
それは自分自ら考えてたものなのか、その監督とそうやっていろいろ話しながら。
そしていろいろと昔の薩摩さんのインタビューとかでそういうの僕は薩摩さんは足の裏を見せないで歩くとかっていうのがあったので、それがどうなのかっていうのを試してみたくて、テストの時に歩き方でこうやって歩いたりとかしたんですけど、あまり良くなかった事実。
So Yoshida-san said that actually, kind of piggybacking a little bit on what Kitagawa-san said, but that he read or heard an interview with Satsuma-san, and in that interview he said that he didn't want to show the backs of the feet, which is why he was doing that there. He said that he thought that Godzilla walking and showing the back of the feet when he's walking is not good. But he wanted to try it on his own, to just kind of get an idea, see how it looked on camera. で、これが結局こういう感じになったんですね。Yeah. So he did it that way. But then also, when he was preparing for the role as well, he kept in mind, like zoos, and, kind of with the whole, he's, coming from an animal perspective, like the whole, he used that as well to prepare for his role.
Does Kitagawa-san have anything to say about Godzilla's feet?
北川さんどうなんですか？やっぱり足の裏は見せない方がいいのかな？どう思いますか？
いや、僕のゴジラは足上がらなかった。
He said, well, my Godzilla didn't even really move his feet up. So that wasn't even in the line.
上げられなかった。
ビルで隠れちゃう時もあるんですけどね。
No, that's right. Sometimes the buildings are there, so it doesn't show as well. But and he did also say, I forgot to mention that, because I asked him, I said, how did you come up with those questions about what to do with like the backs of the feet? He said one of the reasons he did that was because he'd seen the interview. So they went back and forth, working with the directors, see what worked, see what didn't, with the angles.
For Kitagawa-san specifically, going from like toy superhero shows where you do a bunch of action and stuff, I'd imagine it's probably like more than one take at a time versus something like a Godzilla film where after you destroy the miniature, that's it. You know, what was it like changing that kind of filmmaking where you got one shot? You got to build the whole thing. Like, is there extra work, extra pressure, anything you want to say about that?
今度は、また北川さんに質問です。トムさんよろしく。
はい。
東映から来て、その戦隊のやっぱり世界から入ってきて、やっぱりその時はワンテイクじゃなくて何回かテイクして、そしてその本番何回かやって、それでいいものが撮ったらそれを使うっていう世界ですよね。その戦隊ワールドは。
そうですね。
で、そこからやっぱり東宝の場合は特にね、ゴジラの世界とかに入るとワンテイクでしかできないんじゃないですか。その違い、あとは自分の演技としてもそうなんですけれども、その自分のこういうふうに変えたとか、またはそれがちょっとプレッシャー、もっとプレッシャー感じたのか、その辺をちょっと教えてください。
何すればいいんでしょうかね。
I have no idea what to say to that. ちょっと複雑ですね。
難しいよね。
So that's a hard question.
あんまりやらなかった。なるほど。
So well, I did just kind of.
東映のアクションは
Test. Director.
Test. Real.
One test. One more test.
One more test.
One more. Choose test number 3.
Test number 2.
Oh no, this is after they put on their suits. Say go. Ready. Start.
Ready, start.
And then this is the real deal.
Okay, Rio. Are you ready? Let's go. Action. Go. Bravo.
And that's kind of how it was done. Yeah. Just 最初は1回ぐらい何もコスモスーツしないでテスト動きチェックしてそこからスーツそして本番。
いや、東映の場合はスーツは着てるんで、お面だけ後からつける。
So the Toei, they already have their suit on, even when they first start.
So all the test ones are already in costume.
それも全部テストをスーツとしてもう着てる。
もう撮る一日に撮る数が多いですもんね、東映は。
100カットとかね。
100. So 100 scene. 100回100シーンぐらいなんですか？
カットだから。
So the scenes will cut and then another scene, another angle. So they do like 100 of them like throughout the day.
ワンカット。
Yes, one cut. So it's pretty short, but also a lot. So about they said about 100 on average a day.
ツーカット。ツーカット。次カット。そんな感じ。
And then that's how it's done, so like that. So they're very short scenes, but also a lot of them in order, throughout the day.
で、パーッとこう、シュッと画面を引いたら輝いてるから、殴られた砂がピューン
ちょっとどういう意味ちょっとわかんない。遠いところから来てる。Oh, and then they zoom in. So zoom in, and then you see someone come from like a very tall, like building or something, and then kind of like fly in. Like,
I can't talk. Okay. Nice stunt.
beautiful.
そんな感じだと思います。
And that's kind of how it's done.
東方の場合は、だからまずテスト。
スーツ着ないですもんね。
スーツしない。テストし。
Okay, so I'm going to show you how to swim with Toho. So for the Toho, so Jacob, you're the director again. This is without suits. Suits na siya.
Okay. Ready? Go.
はい、ここまで。
That's okay. Okay.
それから美術さんとビルを作ったり山を作ったりするのにまあ1 hour 1時間ぐらいです。
Oh, wow. Okay, and then after that, so with all the miniatures and everything come into play. So, なるほどね。じゃあ最初、そのテストをやって、そこからそのミニチュアとか全部作って、それから1時間ぐらい。
それから今度は火薬を仕掛ける人たちがこうせっかく作ったビルをこう火をつけて火を出すと。
So first, so they do the first test, so they do it no suits on or anything, and then after that, the people that make the miniatures come in, and they have about an hour to make everything, and then they do cut, and then they have to make everything ready.
その間に自分たちのスーツにも火薬が何十発も作れる。
Like and then during that time, from their suits, it explodes. Yeah. So they don't do those explosions. They get those ready. They get us ready.
それから照明さんが当てるのにまた30分とか1時間。
And then the lighting crew comes in, and they have to figure out all the angles and where to put everything, and that takes about 30 minutes.
でまたその他のもので1時間ぐらい。
特にカメラがこう移動したりとかすると。
And then we have to go for another hour, kind of like walking around. 移動もある. And then they also, じゃあその時は、現場じゃなくて被害筋がこれがなんかその被害筋ないところにいるんですね。
大体現場にいますよね。
スタジオでかいスタジオの隅に。
Okay, I asked if they were like in a dressing room, like when they were putting on this explosion, you know, everything that you have to put on for their costume. They said they weren't, so they're still in the studio because it's a huge studio, so they're still there. Yeah, but they're kind of on the sun.
ですね。まあそれでやっとじゃあそろそろ本番に行きましょうか。
And then it's like, yeah, okay, maybe we can now do the real deal. Let's go ahead and do the cut, do the scene.
その時には2人の体にはいろんなコードがいっぱいついてる。
いろんなコード。
コード。
So, but of course for both of us, like on our suit and everything, there's all kinds of cords, and yeah, lots of cords and everything going on.
こうついてるコー
Like a
ドの
cord here,
こうスイッチを入れる人がいる。
and then there's someone over there, like ready to press the button for the switch.
それを引っ張りながら2人でバンバンバンって本番では。
Oh, and then so as they're kind of fighting, someone is going, and they're like pulling, and it's going, you know, like with the.
それで決めた通りにビルとか山に倒れた時にはそこがババーンって。
And then as they had already decided or figured out earlier, like the mountain explodes or the building explodes, or so they do the choreography, what they had figured out before.
でだからその撮るカットっていうのは30秒ぐらいです。
And then the cut itself is only about 30 seconds, right? So
それまで4時間ぐらいかかる。
So for one 30-second cut, it takes about 4 hours altogether with all that preparation.
だから1日に取れるカットっていうのは、まあ、3か4とか。
So for one day, they have maybe 3 or 4, scenes that they're able to do because there's just so much that goes into it.
その代わりワンカットに何百万何千万とかかる時があるので、プレッシャーは大変なものです。
He said, even though you only do 3 or 4 cuts, and it takes 4 hours for each cut, or each scene, there's also hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a lot of money that goes into each scene, and so you feel a lot of pressure doing it. Yeah.
ぜひ皆さんもやってみてください。
So please try it yourself. You can try it.
Where do I sign up?
どこで参加できるかな？
レゴブロック。
With Lego blocks. Try first with Lego blocks.
技術とかは簡単に壊してるけど、実際爆発させてもらわないと崩れないです。硬くて。
So even with, when you watch it, it looks like they explode really easily, whatever, but it really doesn't because it's very hard, especially the Godzilla costume is way katai. Yes, the Godzilla costume is really, really hard and tough, so actually it takes a lot for it to explode or, do whatever they can.
大変でしょう、皆さん。
Right? It's hard. Don't you think so? Don't you feel sorry for us?
アクションがうまくいっても、壊れた時に煙とかで見えなくなることもあるんですよ。
And even of course when you have a big action scene or whatever, things blow up, which is really cool and wonderful, but also there's so much smoke that you can't see anything for them, So sometimes we can't see anything.
また組み立てからまで近い。
So they have to start all over again, start from the very beginning and put everything
ま
together.
た待って。
No, wait, and then another 4 hours goes by.
楽しいお仕事でしょ。
Fun job, right?
Yes.
授業が楽しいです。
それはスーツが彼の。
ぜひどっかでサインアップしたい。どうやって僕の仕事できるかなっていう。
いや、俺が来てやるよ。
He said, I'll bring you in. You can wear it for me.
I'll be your suit.
弟子で頑張ります。Assistant, そうね。
That perfectly segues into one of my last questions, and then I'll open it up to you guys, so you guys can ask this too. The next generation, are you guys working with the next generation of stunt guys, action guys, maybe the new Sentai performers, any kind of training, development, mentorship? Is Tom Noah Senpai, that kind of thing?
2人ともやっぱりこの業界で高い大先輩ということで、その新しいジェネレーション、新しい世代のための例えば、トレーニングしてるとか、その辺のことを言ったりしてますかという質問です。その次のジェネレーションがやるために、そういうところで自分はやってますか。例えば学校のクラスとか。わかんないですけど、そういうクラスを教えてるとか。
でもそうですね、僕もスーツに入って、佐島さんといろいろな人が関わる経験をうちは読んで今いるんですけど、やっぱり自分で体験してみないとわからないんですね。で、その体験を伝えることはできると思います。で、あんまり全部決めちゃうと個性がなくなっちゃうので、こういう経験をしたよ、だからこれには気をつけてっていうことぐらいは言えるかな。
So Yoshida-san says that, for me, of course, Sesama-san, I looked at him and I saw his experience And that obviously influenced me. And for me, I can tell the new generation, you'll do these kind of things, or this will come up maybe, so be careful, or whatever. But as far as you want to also, you don't want that person, you want that person to make sure that they're individual in their own way too. So, you know, there's kind of a balance there where, you know, say, oh, maybe look out for this, but, you know, it really, you have to learn from being in the suit. That's really where you get all your experience, and that's really where you learn the best. So.
Me too.
特にね、失敗した経験は伝えたいですね。
And he said, especially, of course, you know, when you make mistakes, those are the things you want to point out. Like, be careful with this, or, you know. Yeah.
まあ自分はジャパンアクションエンタープライズの養成所のコーチをしているので、まあ自分のした失敗をどんどん後輩に教えてあげてます。
So Kitagawa-san said that he also does do coaching though as well, and the Japan Action Stage, and so he is able to help, you know, and coach the new generation. So he does do that as well.
Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to pass the mic to Adam. If you guys have any questions, come see Adam. He'll be in the front row. Just make sure you say it if it's for both, or for Yoshida, or for Kitagawa.
I had a question for Yoshida-san. So before his kaiju roles, he did some tokusatsu films with Amemiya Keita-san. And I wanted to know how Yoshida-san became involved with those films, and if you had any stories from those.
一応そうごめんなさい。特撮の映画をやってるんですけど、
One and two, and then also Hokkaido.
Hokkaido,
And Zeta.
なんかそのきっかけは何だったんですかっていう質問ですね。
雨宮啓太雨宮監督の、デビュー作「未来忍者」こっちだと「サイバー忍者」っていうのかな、
サイバー忍者、
そこで初めて監督と出会って、でそこからゼーラにつながっていろいろと本当に雨宮監督の作品には関わらせていただいたことが多いかなと思います。
So he first worked with him in his debut film, the director's debut film, Cyber Ninja. And from then on, he's got to work with also Cirronella movie, and he's worked with him in quite a few films. 何本ぐらい一緒にやってるんですか、その雨宮監督と。
ほとんど。
Almost all of his films actually has been a part of, so yeah, because I said wrong, just out of curiosity.
ハカイダーは皆さんのところのジャパンアクションエンタープライズのアクションの大きな仕切りは書いた監督やってるんで、僕らは兵隊で参加したという。
兵隊でそのライバルじゃない。
So
he was involved, so the big roles were actually part of the Japan Action Stage, right? That's where the big fighting hero, whatever roles came from. But he was a soldier, so he did the soldier roles.
I had a similar question for Mr. Yoshida as well. I'm a big fan of Tekoki Mizuho, and I want to know how would you compare and contrast the directing styles of Kaneko and Amemiya, given that you played big giant characters, giant monster, giant robot. How would you compare the two? Was one easier than the other, or were they just very different experiences? Working on a movie versus working on a mini-series.
So this is for a Kaneko director and Amemiya right director. なんかこの2つの監督、Kaneko監督とAmemiya監督のスタイル またはやっぱり一つは大きい映画、一つはそういうミニシリーズじゃないですからシリーズのその、監督のスタイルってやっぱり一番ですかという質問ですね。
そうですね。雨宮監督は絵描きさんアーティストなので映画を作る時も必ずコンテで書くんですけど、そのコンテでもきちんと結構書き込まれてるんで、どういう動きをしたらいいのかとか、どういうアングルになるのか、その時点で分かるので、まあ現場で変わることもあるんですけど、分かりやすいといえば分かりやすい。
So first of all, with Amenya director, he is originally an artist, right? So he's an illustrator, or he does. So with him, there would always be storyboards, and they'd be very detail-oriented. So he would really come up with the movement with everything. Like sometimes on the set, things would change, but he had a vision, a very, very specific vision.
で金子さんはダメな時は金子監督は本編っていうドラマの方の撮影で、スペシャルエフェクトの方はまたスペシャルエフェクトディレクターで別にあなたのディレクター。
But with Domino, with Kaneko-san, like there were two people involved, right? So it was him, and he was involved in the drama, but then there was also some completely different person that was involved in the special effects. There were two people.
でも本当は金子監督が特撮をやりたかったみたいですね。
But actually, Kaneko director really wanted to do tokusatsu. Actually, yeah.
ちょこちょこ現場に来て覗き。
So sometimes he would come and peep in and watch how things are going, yeah, just to see, just to like get a little taste.
Shinji Higuchi, I think, in the tokusatsu.
カメラの時は樋口真嗣。
Higuchi Shinji did the, yeah.
Thank you very much.
はい、堤さん、テレビ番組は毎週たくさんきます。映画はロンタイムより難しい機会でした。Is it more difficult or just
To do a movie.
different? スーパー戦隊は特撮番組、スーパー戦隊は隠れんじゃねで毎週多数で早くしました。難しいですか？
So you're asking if it's harder to do a movie, like over a long period of time, or every week, like to...
多くの人、a lot of people on set also.
Right.
特撮で番組は大きな人、多くの人、
Yeah. しかもセットみたいな感じじゃなくて、スタジオじゃなくて、そういうね、なんかいろんなロケーション、場所でやったりとか、Right. いや、だからどっちの方が難しいのか、または、they're both 大変、だから映画の方が大変なのがすごい長い期間でやってる、または毎週新しいエピソードを作らなきゃいけない、そういう世界がもっと大変なのか。
どっちも大変です
ね。
They're both hard.
違いは
だからさっきアクションを2人でやったように、
So just like they did earlier.
短くして何カットを取って積み重ねを早くして30分の番組を1週間後に撮影したものがテレビに流れるわけじゃないんだけど、大体2ヶ月前ぐらいに終わるようにしてあるんですけど、もちろん撮影は追われてるから毎日朝から晩までロケにずっとやってます。
So, like you showed earlier, like with all those small cuts, because they would do like 100 cuts, like during one day. He said that what they would try to do as well is as far as pacing wise, they would try to have the episode done 2 months in advance. However, when you're filming, you're going every day, wherever it is, whatever the set is or wherever the location is. So it's really tough. It's very taxing.
あと特撮だとセットの中と外でオープンって言うんですけど、外で撮る時あるんで、外で忍者を組んで撮影をする時は太陽の位置とか、あと火薬とか使う時は風の向きとか、それに結構左右されるんで、ね、風と太陽とそれがいい時になるまでこう来たまま待ってるとかっていうこともあるので、辛いは辛い。セットの中よりは。
And another thing, because say with doing tokusatsu, you know, like you do some of the set, which is a controlled environment, but then you also do a lot outside as well. And with that come all the elements such as sunshine, you know, or wind direction. Sometimes they have to wait until the conditions are preferable so that they can film, so they have to wait like a really long time before they can start filming, you know, so there's that as well. So there's also, which is very different from doing everything in studio where everything is controlled.
There was a season of Kiramager where you could tell they had bad weather because the costumes were wet. Very frequently the costumes were wet, they couldn't wait.
結構ね、you know very well. すごい濡れてたんだね、結構。なんかその、一つのシーズン、そう、whole season was like that.
Yeah, pretty much the whole season.
ずーっとそれ一シーズンがそうだった。それ気づいたら、やっぱり雨がいっぱい降ってたね。So it was raining a lot.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Does anyone have any others?
My question is to both of you guys. With the character of Godzilla, you both have portrayed this character with such great personality, and you both are yourself very, you seem to be very chummy. So I'm curious if you guys have ever like compared your suits. For example, like what the interior was like. Is it like comparing a car?
チャミチャミはね、仲良し弁当みたいな。Yes, チャミチャミ。チャミはお友達っていう意味なんですか。だからチャミチャミ is like そう仲良し弁当。もう
大先輩ですよ。
No, he's my 先輩。Yes. He's a legend.
大先輩だよ。
I am the 先輩。そうでも彼の質問はやっぱりでもすごい長いっぽい。先輩ので、その例えばなんか2人ともすごい演技に対してキャラクターにそのゴジラのキャラクターに対しての自分の演技、自分のアプローチがあると思うんですけれども、そういう比べることって時々あったりするんですが、例えば自分のスーツそうなんだよねとか、なんかそういう、彼が言ってたのはその車を、自分の車はこんな感じなんだけど、あんたの車はみたいな、そういう一応、わかります。なんか
性能を比べるんでね。
そういう時はアイスクリーム。
そうですね。あとスーダン。ジムケゴジラです。そうヘビーダン。
ヘビーダン。
スピード、あと軽さ。スピードと軽さ。
Speed and light. Yeah. Heavy. That's how they compare it.
Oh, fair enough.
That was a very good one. We got probably one or two more questions from you guys. We got one right there. About 5 minutes.
Any thoughts or comments on the new Godzilla revival, Godzilla -1?
You know your Godzilla news, yes. それについてなんか評論じゃないかな、なんかそれについてどう思います？ ですね。
まだ情報を解禁されてないんですよね。ちょっとだけ。
We have no news. We don't know anything yet. Just a little.
その監督、山崎さん、ディレクター、高橋山崎、その VFX、特撮、今まで特撮をメインでやってきた監督なので、今回どんなゴジラを、新ゴジラとまた違うゴジラをどう作るのかは、すごい楽しみだ。楽しみです。
Yoshida-san, for me, myself, the director, Yamazaki Takashi, he's originally from Tokusatsu, right? The world of Tokusatsu, and so, you know, visual effects and everything. And how is he going to make it different from Shin Godzilla? He's super excited to see. Yeah, he's very, very curious to see what kind of Godzilla world he's going to be in.
Me too.
Okay, guys, I think we have a surprise. Something coming up. So,
リュウさん
Ryu is in the audience.
リュウさんに初代ゴジラのパフォーマンスと
He has a performance figure.
Yusan is going to be doing a performance for us.
Yes.
Hurricane Yusan.
ファーストイズ初代ゴジラ
First one is Shodai Gojira.
Godzilla.
You know 春尾中島でセカンドは
And the second one is
薩摩ケンパチロ
Satsuma Kenpachiro.
ゴジラ
Godzilla.
And again 吉田さんゴジラ
And Yoshida-san Godzilla.
OK じゃあ皆さんちょっと立っていただいて
Everyone please. He's like, oh no, didn't I just do this earlier?
Cheer is back.
Chair back.
Cheer is back. さあ Everybody movie, okay? Movie. Okay, どうぞ。後ろからでいいんじゃないですか。
じゃあこれね。Can I direct it? And
Jacob-sanも監督一緒に待ってもいいですか? Jacob, go ahead.
じゃあディレクター、エイジつぶらや。エイジつぶらや。アクション。じゃあ、中島春夫ゴジラ。
中島春夫ゴジラ。
Okay, 待っててね。
You ready?
Action. Go. Bum, 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 Next, Satsuma Gojira.
Now is Satsuma Gojira.
Okay, ready? Action. Okay.
Yoshida Gojira. Yoshida Gojira.
Okay. Ready?
Ready?
Action.
Pita, tail, pita.
Thank you very much and どうぞスリートギャザーで。
And everybody's been having photo for you guys with three of them.
Movie stop and the next is photo.
So next photo is no video.
写真で。
これ恥ずかしくなってきた。
じゃあ